And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star Race. We are here at M&M's Super Speedway for 25 laps of exciting racing. And folks, if the truck race was any indication of what we're going to have here today, we got a little bit bigger field than we did yesterday. But with cars flipping, barrel rolling, going into the infield, it was certainly one wild race. And we're looking forward to seeing what these Mobil1 Cup car drivers are going to bring to the table here today. Speaking of the truck race yesterday, we've got for the first time ever here in the NNSCRA Studios booth, here to commentate this race with me, our Truck Series race winner, Dillon Young. Dillon, thanks for being here with me today.
No problem, Seth. That was such a crazy race to begin with, and I'm glad I made it through.
Yeah, you certainly did. That was a kind of a race that where basically the key to even be around at the end was just to survive. Of course, we had Sean Henley and Nick Bergen go flipping into the infield. All drivers walked away from their wrecks, but do you think we're going to see that kind of stuff here today? Because obviously those flips into the infield and all the stuff that occurred has kind of got people scratching their heads here as far as whether this is a safe track to race at or not.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to happen for sure. I mean, if those people think that it's not going to happen, you're absolutely wrong. I mean, to witness Sean Henley's wreck, which I was almost a part of, even though I did the wreck avoidance like what I did in Talladega. I mean, it was just crazy. Tried to stop and get out of the way when Henley flew over the pit road wall, and then Nick Bergen's crazy flip that, which I thought honestly he was dead, but then we heard that he was all right. So I was glad to hear he was all right. So I'm ready for it though to see happen.
Now, do you think if this actually were a points event that took place here, you wouldn't see this kind of thing? Is it that it's a non-points event and you're just going for, I don't know, for ego, for the cash at the end? Is that what's causing these wild wrecks, is the fact that drivers feel they have nothing to lose, so they're making the moves that they might normally not make if points were on the line?
Absolutely, because the people want the $1 million check and they aren't afraid to do it.
Well, on the pole for this race is Tim Walsh. He's a winner this season, and alongside of him, one of the winners of the fan vote, Dillon Poteet. But in row 2, I find it kind of interesting. You got Arnold Columbia who won at Talladega, but on the outside of row 2, and there's a few other drivers peppered through this field that are in the same position, but Joe Smith comes into this race, into the All-Star race, but not because he won a race, but because he took over the ride of a driver who did win a race this season. So he's never been to victory lane in his NNSCRA career, but yet he's here with these drivers who have. What's got to be going through the mind of him and others that are in this field? I think Alan Tanker is another, and I think there's a few more, 3 or 4 other drivers. Jamie Muckley is one of them in the 04. What's going through their mind knowing that they've never been to victory lane, but they've been put here in this position due to the fact they took over a ride that did get to victory lane?
Well, I think that Joe Smith and all the other rookies, I bet you they're feeling that early jitters there, and hopefully they'll try to get the jitters out of there by the middle of the race, so that way he can get over and get a spectacular finish.
Okay, so we are getting ready for these cars to roll off. The command to fire the engines has been given. They'll roll off, complete 2 pace laps, and while they do that, we will show you this star-studded field ready to take here to this track, and I don't think we have any idea what to expect, but here's the starting lineup nonetheless. So the drivers will get ready to get the green flag. Tim Walsh, Dillon Poteet, Arnold Columbia, Joe Smith. That's the front 4 drivers. And certainly you proved that you don't have to be up front to win this race. You came from the back to win it. And 25 laps of racing, anything's going to happen, and the green flag is out.
Nope, I tell you what, my guy to keep an eye on is Adam Chambers in the 3 car. He pulled off, I think the guy he's going to probably pull off the upset starting from the back.
Well, they're going to go 3 wide for the lead already. Arnold Columbia to the inside, and just like you have experience at restrictor plate tracks, whether you're taking the All-Star race here and winning at Talladega, Arnold Columbia won the Mobil1 Cup Series race that same weekend at Talladega, so he's got some restrictor plate track experience as well.
Yeah, Arnold Columbia is a great restrictor plate track racer. You know, you just got to watch out for him. Just make sure he doesn't make those right moves.
And coming up that inside line there is the McDonald's, I believe that's a Dodge, of Jake Rogers. He made his return here into the Mobil1 Cup Series, and he was actually a championship contender last season.
Absolutely. Jake Rogers, a wonderful person there. I saw spin.
There was smoke back there. Couldn't tell which car got sideways. We'll see if we can look back here and see what we're under the caution for. It looks like Chambers led there by a splitter, and
shoot! Whoa! 43 flipped over the pit wall.
Sean Galligan's on pit road. That's Jack Richards. Pichu London.
Yeah, I saw the 43 there flip over the wall. That's not good.
It's rookie Tony Speed who got in being in the top 10 in the standings. Ray Wilson's on pit road along with Alan Tanker.
You were talking about him earlier, too, about Alan Tanker.
Right. Henley's got damage. Oh, Red Bell.
Red Bell. Oh.
Wow, that's a lot of damage to that number 79. She got in, winning one of the open races. And Dunn LaPrat. That car is smashed.
Got Sean Galligan smashed, and then the 32 is also smashed of Jack Richards.
Good grief. Well, it looks like Arnold Columbia is going to be the leader. And while he leads us under the caution, we will look back at a replay and see what put us under the caution flag really early here in this event. So here's a look at what happened.
32 got the 43 first.
Oh, yeah. And then, I don't know what happened back there in the middle.
Galligan.
Ooh, Tony Speed, Jack Richards, they took hard hits into that wall.
Oh, God. And Richards, I believe, won 2 of the 3 opens.
He did indeed. Yes, he did.
And there's the 43 flipping. Red
Bell was involved in that.
Oh, geez, the 15.
That's the 75, actually.
Or 75, oh. Look, that's why I said 15, I thought.
Both of the Timmy Hill cars involved in this, and you could just barely see the front of Pichu London sliding down pit road, but man, that 43 car is still... And the scary part of that is he's not only flipping, but he's flipping on pit road.
Oh my God, that's gotta be scary to watch if you're watching from pit road.
But we also had Dunn LaPrat involved in something. Don't exactly know what that is. We're going to see if we can get a replay of what happened to him in just a moment here, but that's what happened to Tony Speed and several others.
Ouch.
See if we can get a replay of what happened to the 49 car. Dunn LaPrat, I think, actually won one of the open races. Here we go. Here's a look at a replay of that. He and Pichu London get together, but it almost looked like they were going to make their way through the rack here. They were clear of the wreck there. So
wait a minute. I think I saw...
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
No.
Oh my goodness. He went straight into the wall.
And that's where I was seeing the 75. That's why I saw about that. But good God.
Somehow I don't understand that, because there wasn't any damage, as if his visibility was blocked, but...
What was he thinking?
Hello everyone, I'm Seth Cole, and I'm going to be showing you some of the greatest finishes that have ever taken place here in the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We begin with a race that took place on July 1st, 2011, only the 8th race of the season since the NNSCRA began, and it ended up taking place at, of all places, Infineon Raceway in Sonoma, California. It ended up coming down between 2 very competitive drivers, one in a Dodge, one in a Toyota. Robert Band and Anthony McCray found themselves in the exact same place at the exact same time on the final lap of Infineon.
It all started with me leading in front of the 36 car here, and here we are entering the, I believe this is turn 5, and yeah, I'm pulling away at this part, and I think that, okay, this is good. 36 car won't catch up to me.
And as we're going up the hill, I was kind of feeling like, oh man, I'm gonna fall back a little bit. And I did actually fall backwards a little bit. It felt like there was like a mechanical problem or a car or something, but it wasn't going real fast. And then all the way down the hill into the hairpin at the bottom of the hill, I was thinking, all right, I gotta do something. I can't end this race like this.
And then I come to this part and I hit the rumble strip and it puts me right into the dust there, and then I look in my mirror and I see the 36 car right on my bumper.
And as soon as I saw Robert Band go into the dirt, I'm like, okay, this is on. It's on now. And as we're coming down, we're gonna go through this last turn before we get to turn 11, and I get a nose under on the right side of him.
I try to fight back here on the high side, which I do, and then here to the finish line, I fight back and just miss it right there.
I thought that Robert Band had passed me again, and then my spotter came over the radio and it said, dude, you just won the race. And I was like, this is real. This really happened. I actually won the race, and I'll tell you what, we had a real big celebration back in the number 36 pits. It was just a great feeling. It's something that I could never ever get back. It was an awesome race.
It was a really close photo finish. The reason I like it is because it really showed how good I could drive at the road courses, and how I won't give up, and I think that would be a pretty good finish because that was probably one of the closest finishes in the NNSCRA.
Anthony McCurry's win over Robert Band clocked in at only 15 1/1000ths of a second, making it at that point the closest finish ever in NNSCRA history. However, 7 months and 7 days later, on February 8, 2012, two young studs, making only their first and second career starts respectively, found themselves in the same place at the same time, at a place that brings about photo finishes like they're going out of style, Talladega Superspeedway.
Kenny McCurry, though, out in front. Come on, guys, let's keep it green till we get to the stripe. It looks like they're going to do so. Still green. McCurry leading. We are still green. Come on, get to the stripe. White flag is displayed. It's for Kenny McCurry, and there is still the green flag. We're going to race this to the checkers. It's McCurry, McMurray, Wilson, Creighton, and Angel D'Souza down on that inside line. That's the top five. It is Kenny McCurry out in front, but Matthew McMurray looks like he wants to make a move. He will. Connor Creighton now goes to the inside of Ray Wilson. That's for third. Matthew McMurray may be looking for his first career Mobil1 Cup Series victory. Here he comes on the inside line. Connor Creighton right there as well. Creighton needs drafting help if he's going to try and make a slingshot move heading into the turn 4 and trioval vicinity. Will he try and go to the inside? Yes, he does. It's going to be a drag race, folks. McCurry up, or make that McMurray up high. Creighton down low. Here they come to the stripe. Who's it going to be? It is. I don't know. It's too close to call. It was almost like a dead even race right there. I don't know who won. We're trying to get the official word. It was either Creighton or McMurray. Either way, a driver, a rookie, has picked up his first career win here today at Talladega. And the report is that it was Matthew McMurray who won the race by 1/1000th of a second. Oh my goodness. So close, but yet so far for Connor Creighton. And Matthew McMurray picks up his first career Mobil1 Cup Series victory as a rookie. Two rookies battling it down to the stripe. Unbelievable. We're going to go back, take a quick look at that finish one more time in slow-mo, and then we're going to go and look at the finishing order. So let's take a look at that replay of that finish. That was one of the closest finishes in NNSCRA history. Actually, it was the closest. So we've set another historical landmark here at Talladega. Right there. There's a picture you can put in the photo album. Man, oh man, look how close that was. Absolutely unbelievable. That is the closest finish ever in NNSCRA history to come between two rookies here at Talladega. That was incredible.
Sometimes, in any series, it can be exciting if a driver pulls off an amazing feat and doesn't necessarily win the race. On January 29, 2012, it was the last opportunity for driver Jared Crocious to get into the Mobil1 Cup Series chase for the championship in Season 2. In order to do that, he would have to finish in the 16th position. However, luck did not seem to be on the side of the driver of the 99. 17th is Jared Crocious, folks. Right now, he would be out of the chase if he finished where he was there in the 17th position. 9, I can make that now 8 laps to go. Green flag is out, and we got a battle on for the lead already. Jake Cole, this is the first challenge all day. Jake, Dougie Shears has received. We're going to Angel D'Souza thinking about 3 wide for the top spot. 3 wide. D'Souza down low, Jake Cole up high, Dougie Shears even higher. Where is he? He's trying to get beneath Daniel Schwab, and he's going to try to. He has done it. Can he keep it there? Oh no, Crocious gets turned! Crocious got turned! And he hits the wall! Crocious, who's trying to get into the chase, gets turned! Now that may take him out of contention! Oh my goodness! Boy, if you thought that the 99 crew was on pins and needles now, then they are now. He has to bypass in 1 lap. Has to bypass both Kenny McCurry and John Murray in order to get in to the championship standings. For the final restart of the regular season, then the chase will begin. Jake Cole takes the green flag and the white flag at the same time. So Jake Cole leads. Let's see if Crocious is going to go to work here. He looks to the inside. Oh, he's going 4 wide! Can he get by John Murray? He's by Kenny McCurry. Oh, wreck ahead! Wreck ahead! If he can get by these guys, he may be able to get into the chase. He may be able to get into the chase here. Jake Cole, we're getting the word, is ahead, and we're watching Jared Crocious. Jake Cole comes off turn 4 and wins. Where does Crocious cross the line? He has to be 16th or better. He crosses the line in the 16th position. Jared Crocious crosses the line in the 16th position. Crocious has made the chase as they're wrecking back there between Jack Richards and Lisa Shears, but Jared Crocious has made the chase. So as you can see, some of the greatest finishes in the NNSCRA ended up coming here in this series, the Mobil1 Cup Series. But let me tell you what, Snickers Cup Series has given it a run for its money here in the last few months. Those clips will be shown to you coming up soon. And thanks for watching here. We now return you to the race with Seth Cole and Dillon Young. So we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 6 of 25. A few drivers decided to stay out during that last caution that came out, which actually was our first caution. We have Alex Tanker in first, Jake Cole second, Jake Rogers third, then it's Joe Smith, he's in fourth, and Ray Wilson's fifth. And as you take a look back through here, Arnold Columbia was the first one to pit. Dillon, you know, they had to make a mandatory pit stop. Would you have taken and rolled the dice and done it this early?
It's hard to say. I would have probably just waited a little more and then would have tried to pit. But if it was like a whole group of people, then yeah, it would be worth it.
Well, Alex Tanker's going to lead us to the green flag. He's been to victory lane this season. He won the Division 2 race at Pocono, picking up his first career win there. He's got the Tax Slayer paint scheme on this week, and the green flag is now back out. Do you think these guys have learned their lesson after that first caution, or do you think they're going to go right back to what they were doing?
Right back to what they're doing. They aren't afraid to make those moves.
Well, right now, Jake Cole, who actually is winless this season, but I'd have to say, based on what I've seen here in the Mobil1 Cup Series, he's been the most consistent driver this season, because he's basically started from about an average of 35th or worse in all his races, but he ends up coming up at the end of the race and finishing in the top 10.
Yeah, it's really weird, because those drivers, even though they're starting in the back, they're going to still try their best to get up to the front as we got a battle for the lead.
That's Joe Smith. We were talking about the jitters of a driver never being to victory lane, taking over a ride. Well, it doesn't seem like the jitters have affected Joe Smith at all as he goes right to the front.
No, is this his only third race, or how many races has he been in?
I believe Joe Smith has been in maybe 4. It's very little. I think he's only been in maybe 4, a maximum of 5 races so far in the Mobil1 Cup Series. And he's got no prior experience in trucks or Snickers Cup Series either, so this is the only series he's in.
Wow.
Well, Jake Rogers back to the front certainly hasn't had a valiant return to the Mobil1 Cup Series by any stretch of the imagination, as he has been DNFing all over the place here for the past few weeks, but right now he's out in front, and he's got Arnold Columbia behind him.
Yeah, Jake Rogers is a good driver. I don't know how he's been DNFing lately, and I guess people have either been wrecking him or some other stuff like that.
We'll take a look who's moved into third place. That's Aaron Williams. He made his debut, I believe it was back at Talladega 3 weeks ago, and right now he's right up there in the third position.
Well, Aaron Williams is a very gutsy driver. He'll make moves that you would never see him do. Like, I mean, this is a course where you get to make a lot of moves, but this is a guy that I've met before, and you know what? I like him and respect him, and he's a great driver. I hope he's one guy that will win many championships in the future.
Right now, looking through the top 5, 3 of them are drivers that are actually yet make it now 4 drivers you're going to meet tomorrow in the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race. You got Trent Dunham there. You've got Aaron Williams. You've also got the car of Jake Rogers, and Arnold Columbia was up there for a moment too. Is this giving you a little bit of an insight into their racing style, and is there anything you'll be able to use, as Zach Carlson goes for the lead, in the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race?
Well, I've noticed some of them. I mean, some of them have always been really good in the Snickers, and then, but even though you're in a different series, it doesn't matter if you're, a good driver or a bad driver. I mean, if you're, one of those drivers that does really well, then we'll see what happens. But you know what? I also can't wait for the Snickers because a lot of people are going to use special paint schemes.
Right, exactly. You're going to actually be having a special paint scheme yourself as Jamie Muckley goes to the front. You're going to have Universal Studios Florida on that car.
Yes, I am, in honor of my favorite theme park and in honor of summer, and can't wait for it. Looks really good.
Well, Jamie Muckley is another driver. We were talking about Alex Tanker, and actually Joe Smith, rather. But Jamie Muckley ended up taking over that ride for Jacob Bell when Bell put that ride in Victory Lane at Talladega Superspeedway. And here comes a guy you were just talking about at the top of the program, Adam Chambers in the Wrangler Chevrolet.
Yeah, Adam Chambers is a guy I've totally respected ever since Season 2. Ever since I've won that race with the trucks when it was just me and him at Michigan, he's a great driver. I respect him 100%, and, we'll see if he comes into Victory Lane today. And
he's going to be another driver you're going to face off against in the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race because he's getting in via being the Snickers Cup Series champion from last season.
Yeah, because when you go over to San Joltis, it's one of the most challenging tracks to ever compete in. It's like it's all or nothing. If you get in that big wreck, you're in trouble.
I'm seeing some drivers back there just hanging back. One of them is actually the Red Bull 00 right there on the inside. That's Michael Harvey. You were talking about him as well, but I'm seeing Kenny McCurry, Matthew Rodriguez, and Xavier Livingston back there. They haven't made any moves up yet to the front. Is this just strategy, or are they not finding a drafting partner, or are they just hanging back?
Well, I think it is strategy because, sometimes there are those people of, I don't want to make a move yet until, near the end of the race, so that way I'll just shut in the back and then hopefully dodge all these wrecks.
Right there, slingshot. Whoa, that's Sean Henley. He was involved in that first wreck. And
oh God, this is just insane.
And that just broke up the field.
Just let Joe Smith take the lead.
They're still trying to maneuver their way around the Angus Berger Ford. As Sean Henley, Henley, I think his basic idea is that he's just out there just hoping that maybe a big wreck will happen and then there's some easy spots for him to pick up. But right there, that was a bad place to come up on a slower car.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if someone turns them in that area, so hopefully everyone gets around them and no one gets to the point where they're going to turn them.
Well, right now, Joe Smith was enjoying a little bit of a lead, but no sooner does he get away, but they start the accordion effect and catch right back on up to him.
And Adam Chambers, he's continuing to have a dominant day, and now he's going to try to battle for the lead soon, and I guess now he's going to do it.
Yes, he is. To the inside he comes. He will not lead this lap, but we are past halfway, too. These laps are ticking away awfully quickly here. It's nice to be in a long green flag run after all the carnage we saw there on the very first lap.
Yeah, only in the trucks race. There were fewer than 20 cars that finished the race, which even though that was bad to witness, but, even though it was the race I won, I wish there were a little bit more cars that were in the race.
Right.
Excuse me, trucks.
And going to your point there, we would have ended up having this race in a 25-lap segment and then a 50-lap segment if not for all the utter chaos that occurred there in the Truck Series All-Star race, due to the fact that we only had 12 cars left on the lead lap. I think there were only 13 left on the racetrack. The NNSCRA decided to have just the trucks and the Mobil at 25 laps.
Yeah, because after Nick Bergen's wild ride and all the others who were involved, they just weren't too thrilled with all the few cars that were remaining on the track. So I guess that was their move, and I don't blame them for that.
Well, back there in the 5th position is where we find Stephen Dillon in the 31. An all-star race, not only with the fact that there's no points on the line, but it's also a place to turn your season around, and Stephen Dillon's been on a bit of a free fall as of late. He was the points leader at one point. He has now been free falling through the standings. Here in this race with the all-or-nothing kind of attitude, is it a kind of an opportunity for drivers who are still in contention to get into the chase to be able to turn their seasons around, kind of get their emotions in check, and be able to regroup to try and get into the chase this season?
Absolutely. It's not too late to do it, but you're running out of time, though. You just got to hope you stay in the front and avoid any wrecks necessary.
Well, take a look who's out in front. Timmy Pacioli in the 85, our defending Mobil1 Cup Series champion. If anybody's been on a rocky road, it's been him, but as of late, he's been on a hot streak. What would you think? I mean, obviously, a lot of people consider luck to be what gets them a win here at this kind of a racetrack, but would you put your vote with a driver who's coming in with momentum, or a driver who is seeking momentum and has been on a bit of a tough streak as of late?
I think it's seeking momentum, because those people who've been struggling lately, they need to desperately get a good finish, and no matter what, they're going to try to get a good finish at any cost.
Here comes Trent Dunham to the inside. It's the first time he's piloted that Oreo paint scheme, and he's doing it here in this all-star race. He ended up winning the pole and taking the win at Phoenix, the second race of the season, and Dunham's been doing pretty well in the standings right now, and he certainly seems like he's got a fast race car at this moment.
Yeah, Trent's been a good racer. I mean, he's only DNF'd a couple times, one at Bull and a couple other tracks I can't remember right now, but you know what? He's been always staying up in the front, and he's been always finishing good.
Well, he's going to try and put a slingshot move here to block, and he can't do it. Kenny McCurry just to the inside.
And how about that 73 of Aaron Williams? He's catching up.
You know, something about these restrictor plate tracks that I've noticed is the cars seem to always be in, like, groups of waves. There's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and you see them up at the front. Like, for instance, we see Kenny McCurry, Aaron Williams, they'll fall back, then you'll see Adam Chambers, Trent Dunham up there, they'll fall back, and then later on you're going to have Williams and McCurry back up at the front again. It seems like there's always that kind of a wave action here, and I don't know if it's just a case of the fact that drivers fall back and then they work their way back up to the front, but obviously you got to think that's going on in the back of the minds of these drivers of, I need to be in that wave at the end based on where I am right now.
Well, sometimes you got to be in that draft at the right place at the right time, and whoa, Sean Henley.
Again. That'll put him 2 laps down, but
I think that was Ryan Juke that got held up earlier.
And indeed it is. Boy, pit stops.
Oh, here we go.
That's Joe Smith and Matthew Rodriguez making pit stops right now. So apparently these drivers can't make it the rest of the way on fuel. They've got to make another pit stop.
I wonder if Dillon Pote made a pit stop earlier, because it looked like he did.
And I think also Jake Cole, Jake Rogers, and Alex Tanker, I think they just made pit stops the previous lap as well.
I'll tell you what, Trent Dunham's been doing really good ever since he's been moved his way in the front. He's not been falling back, and now he's trying to go 3 wide for, I believe, 4 wide for a position.
Whoa, yeah.
Now 3.
And that's Michael Harvey leading the way. Harvey is actually the points leader in the Mobil1 Cup Series right now, but he is winless.
Oh, okay, more pit stops.
Oh, it's feeding time at the zoo. There's got to be at least 12 cars coming down. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, Arnold Columbia there. Ooh.
Let's see, there's Harvey, Stephen Dillon, Timmy Pacioli, Dougie Shears, Trent Dunham, Adam Chambers, Kenny McCurry, Jamie Muckley, Arnold Columbia, Zach Carlson, Xavier Livingston, and Harui Tashimi. There may be some others, but I couldn't quite see them, and that'll turn the lead over to Aaron Williams, who's all by himself.
Yeah, Aaron Williams, ever since all those cars fed, it looks like he's just on a nice little joyride until he's going to hit pit road, which I believe will be this lap or the next lap. I bet you he will come down this lap.
rather interesting strategy by the 73 because he's all by himself, which means he'll pit by himself and leave pit road without a drafting partner. Is this wise strategy on the part of the 73 team?
It depends, and there goes Ryan Juke, I think. It depends. If you got a real fast car, then I guess you don't need to, but normally it's good to have a little drafting buddy there saying, hey, I got your back, let's go to the front.
Well, right now, we're going to watch the leader make his pit stop. I'm going to guess probably they would take on tires here, but doesn't look like there's any indication.
He's doing gas.
It's
looks
only
like he's doing just a gas and go.
Yeah, it's a fuel-only stop for Aaron Williams, so apparently he's going to be good to go on tires. Let's see, I think Williams last pitted on lap 4, so his tires are 16 laps old. But
well, the thing was that me and Brandon Gonzalez, when we did that pit road thing too, that was just the two of us, except Aaron Williams just pulling on ahead over Ryan Juke. But who knows? I think Aaron Williams still has the lead. Who knows?
Well, you ended up racing the Truck Series race. From your perspective, was there a lot of tire wear in the Oreo Truck Series All-Star race?
There was a little bit there. I mean, there was nothing really wrong. It's just the turns there, you slide up as watch Aaron Williams when he comes down to turn 3. It's like you slide up a little bit. It looked like you're going to get loose and stuff. It's going to come right here as there's like a little slide if you're going to see some of the cars. They're going to slide up a little bit, and there goes Adam Chambers and Michael Harvey. And
Chambers will take the lead, so now it's a 4-car pack here from first through fourth.
About 4-car pack. It's now Adam Chambers all by himself because Aaron Williams is a little slow.
Well, we got, 5 laps to go here. And I don't know, that probably would be enough time for them to be able to bunch back up here.
Yeah, I've told you in the beginning about Adam Chambers. I mean, Adam Chambers has been dominant all day, and I would not be surprised if he won this race, and here he is out in the front.
Adam Chambers is the leader, Aaron Williams second, Stephen Dillon third, Michael Harvey fourth. Let's go back through, see who's running where here as we are getting close to the end of the race. Fifth is Alex Tanker, Jake Cole sixth. Joe Smith and Matthew Rodriguez, they're in a battle for 7th and 8th. 9th place is where you find Jake Rogers and completing the top 10. That's Ryan Juke, who ended up pitting with Aaron Williams, but he hasn't caught up to this group yet. And Williams took the lead again.
Yeah, Aaron Williams, I've been hearing a lot lately. He's been on a little rampage in the other series, but here in the NNSCRA, he's been doing all right. I mean, honestly.
Well, he ended up picking up his first career Snickers Cup Series victory, which I believe came at Las Vegas. And in his debut at Talladega, I believe he finished in the top 10. I think it might have been an 8th place finish. So he's doing pretty well right now. I do know that Aaron Williams, though, lately in the Snickers Cup Series, has been on a bit of a skid. He ended up falling outside of the top 10 in points, but he will be in the All-Star race for the Snickers Cup Series because of his win at Las Vegas. But right now...
that ain't no fun. That ain't no fun at all.
No. Oh, they got a slow car up ahead here. That's Ray Wilson.
God.
But right now, it seems like the 2 fastest cars on the racetrack are Aaron Williams and Adam Chambers, but don't count out these guys here in this pack that are catching them.
No, and Jake Rogers, I respect him a lot, and hopefully he'll get his way up in the front right before the final lap.
We have a total... Oh, wait,
caution.
Oh, my goodness. And I think that would end the...
Aaron Williams just won it.
I think so. I don't think they'll be racing back to the green flag again, because there's a total of 2 laps remaining. Well, wow.
I don't know if it was Henley. No, Zach Carlson.
Zach Carlson in the 82. It doesn't look like there's any damage to that car.
I don't know, but this is really weird.
Well, nonetheless, Aaron Williams...
Oh. Pace car went through Aaron Williams.
That was happening in the truck race, too.
That's just weird, but oh well.
So right now, it's looking like Aaron Williams is going to win this race because there are no green-white checkers in NR 2003, unfortunately. But let's look at a replay. So here's a look at what happened to Zach Carlson. This is in real time, and he's just losing power through turns 1 and 2.
That's very strange for a car to do that.
He can't be out of fuel because the car's just pitted back around laps 19, 20, and 21.
Well, he couldn't have because, wasn't he with the big group of cars there, or
I think so. Yeah, I think he was. And His car just stopped. That could be a battery problem. There's no smoke coming out, so I don't think it's engine, but something went wrong on that car.
Oh.
Well, nonetheless, Zach Carlson.
I think he just gave the race away to Aaron Williams, I guess.
Yeah. I am a little perplexed as to why he didn't bring the car down on the apron.
I don't know either. It's really strange. I think he just wanted to race it out thinking, okay, I think I still got this, and then he realized, well, I'm doomed.
Well, whatever the case, Zach Carlson's misfortune is Aaron Williams' gain. I'm pretty certain that he's going to end up being the winner of the Season 3 Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star race. As we will now head back for the final lap and see if Aaron Williams will take the checkered flag. Stephen Wilson Stephen Dillon out in front. Andrew Gonzalez, he leads. Cody Hoffman, he hits the 88. There goes the 80, hits the 8. It's like Devin Wilson's got it over Jake Berg and Noel Stiller. Caution flag is out, and he'll take the caution. I don't know why I'm saying the checkers. A few cars just scraped the wall back there. Well, after seeing that, if you're not dreaming about horror videos and stuff right now, well, I'll tell you the way that they run. So they are coming down here, and the white flag will be displayed. I'd be very surprised if the lights are out atop the pace car when they cross the stripe. We're going to just take a look and see, though. White flag is now displayed to Aaron Williams.
Nope.
The lights are still on, which means that under the caution flag, Aaron Williams is going to win this race. And I don't, right off the top of my head, know where Aaron Williams started this race. I'll look it up here in just a minute, but I don't think he started that far up towards the front. And the official report is that Aaron Williams started off in the 18th position, so basically mid-pack. But look who's going to finish in second, the guy you were looking at, Adam Chambers.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both these guys really impressed me, and I knew they were. Both guys just did a fantastic job, and Adam Chambers, props to him to avoid that big wreck in the middle of the pack there.
And it looks like Alex Tanker, he's going to take the third position. Fourth is going to be Jake Cole. We were talking about Jake Cole suddenly kind of popping up there in the top 5 at the end of the race, and he does it here again. 4th place finish for the 41 team.
Yeah, better finish from Matthew Rodriguez getting 5th.
It looks like Michael Harvey, the points leader in the Mobil1 Cup Series, is going to finish in the 6th position, and in that kind of a situation, that would probably make the Mobil1 Cup Series drivers nervous to see that the points leader did not hit any problems here in the All-Star race, that he still is consecutively finishing.
Well, guess the next guys are going to keep an eye on for the Snickers All-Star Series race, and that'll be the Snickers Points Series leader, which I can't remember who it is.
That would be Trent. Right, that'd be Trent Whitney, who comes in with a monstrous points lead.
Yep, looks like Aaron Williams got this in the bags.
I believe so. Aaron Williams has got to probably be going absolutely crazy in that race car. He came in at Talladega, and 3 weeks later, Aaron Williams is the Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star Race champion.
Give props to Aaron Williams, that PRWC president. I bet you he must be really happy right now, and surprisingly glad that caution came out.
No doubt about it. Aaron Williams, actually, just a little bit of information, Aaron Williams got in via the fan vote, so he pulls off a Casey Kane here at M&M Superspeedway.
Yep, he's a big winner.
So Aaron Williams is going to win this race. Let's take a look at the official finishing results. Okay, so here's the finishing order. Of course, Aaron Williams winning as a rookie as well, so that's got to be a big boost there. Chambers 2nd, Tanker 3rd, Jake Cole 4th, and Rodriguez in 5th. A few drivers we saw up at the front finishing 7th and 8th, Jake Rogers and Joe Smith. Good finishes for both of them.
Yeah, Joe Smith just had a good run today, besides starting on the pole, and surprised he actually finished in the top 10. I thought he was going to be one of the few people that got wrecked.
And you got Stephen Dillon, He's going to be 9th. Timmy Pacioli. Seems like his momentum streak's kind of continuing as far as his consecutive top 10 finishes, as he got a 10th place finish, and didn't really talk about Dougie Shears all day long, but 2-car finishes in the 11th position.
Yeah, absolutely. Dougie Shears has been doing really good in this All-Star race, and Trent Dunham in 12th. He had a good run in the number 8 car.
Took a few turns at the front. Ryan Juke. Now here's just a little bit of an example is how this racetrack plays no favorites. Aaron Williams, Ryan Juke, they pitted on the exact same lap. Williams won the race. Ryan Juke has to settle for 13th place. Just an example of how circumstances are completely different with every driver.
Yeah, and then you look at 17th, Dillon Poteet there. He just didn't have that run, but feel bad for him about that.
Yeah,
He should have been up in the front.
I'm trying to figure out Dillon Poteet. I don't think we ever saw him up at the front, though I don't think I saw him in any wreck. I mean, he finished, 4 seconds behind the leaders. I don't think he was damaged, but he seemed off the pace, though.
Yeah, because I noticed he started second, and then after that he just continued to fall back, so it wasn't a good day for Dillon Poteet. But we'll see how he'll do in the Snickers All-Star Series race, if he's in it, correct?
That is correct. Dillon Poteet getting the fan vote in that as well. And also, look at 19th place and also 23rd. You got Jamie Muckley and Jacob Lawler, and they retired due to tire problems. I'm wondering if that might have been what plagued Zach Carlson.
Well, I don't know about Jamie Muckley and Jacob Lawler. Both are the same team and stuff, I believe, correct?
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah, it's really surprising. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I don't think we really saw any problems with tires during the course of this race, but also Arnold Columbia 22nd with a clutch problem. I never even saw that, and he was up at the front for a while.
No. And then you also notice Sean Henley and Zach Carlson, they're also 2 laps down, and Henley, he almost caused a couple wrecks with the 2 laps down part.
Yeah, twice he almost wrecked the field when they were coming up on him through the turns.
I think if, they would have gone up on Henley, someone would have gotten mad, turned Henley, and then someone would have had a disastrous crash there.
Absolutely.
Maybe, especially Sean Henley, who also took a vicious hit in the Oreo trucks.
Absolutely. And you take a look here at the rest of the drivers that finished out of the race, and this was basically due to that big wreck we had on the first lap. Of course, pole sitter Tim Walsh, 24th, Red Bell, 26th, Pichu London, or actually make it Red Bell, 25th, Pichu London, 26th.
Dylan LaPrade in 27th, he had a vicious crash. Hope he's okay. And Tony Speed's the same with him.
And then you got further down the list here, you got Sean Galligan, you've got all these drivers. Basically, you never even got to see what they had because they wrecked on the first lap. Alan Tanker and Jack Richards as well.
Yeah, that's just such a shame. When you get in the wreck and you're out like that, that's just terrible. But, you feel like you want to finish all the race, but yet you got to understand you can't finish every race. You sometimes got to, be wrecked.
Well, Aaron Williams is going to be going to victory lane, but he's got to do his burnout. Let's tune in for that right now. So Aaron Williams is going to come down, and it looks like he wants the checkered flag.
Yep, he wants it right now, and he's going to do a Kyle Busch thing, probably. Maybe a little get out of the car and bow. Maybe, who knows? Nope.
Nope, he's going to burn that rubber. And that rubber is only about 4 laps old because he last pitted on lap 21, so he's got plenty of fresh rubber to be able to do a burnout here.
Oh, he's not afraid to do any burnout. He deserved that win, and you know what? He's going to celebrate it any way he wants to.
Well, I bet you're certainly going to be keeping an eye on the 64 car all during the race in the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race, no doubt about that.
Oh, he hit the wall.
Oh, well, he doesn't need to get any points for how pretty his burnout is. He just wants to burn that rubber. Well, Dillon, I want to thank you for being here in the booth with me. Really enjoyed having you, and once again, congratulations to Aaron Williams on his win.
Thank you so much, Seth, for having me here, and you know what? Congrats to Aaron Williams on his win. The Snickers Cup Series All-Star Race will be up soon, so stay tuned for that.
You've been watching the NNSCRA Sports Channel, offline racing at its best.